So today is the 29th June 2023, Thursday. Today is Hari Raya Haji holiday. So we are having some simple sharing at our SS2 house.
我想要问一个我的朋友的 condition， so that 我们大家可以 develop some understanding 所以我这个朋友呢，他想他从小就能够看到那些
non-human，
可以跟他们沟通。So 大概他9岁的那年呢，他妈妈不能带他去盖掉，就是看不到了。So 现在他大概 maybe in her 的地上。So 刚刚那天有一个 condition， 他问我，因为我讲我就是我要去上课嘛，他讲你上了什么课？他知道我有禅修的，然后他就讲，我最近朋友跟我讲他的禅修是怎样，然后他们可以看到什么，一个月多又可以怎么，然后他就问我你的禅修是怎样的？然后我就愣了一下，就是我停了一下，我就讲，我的禅修，他问我你的禅修到什么 level 嘛？所以我讲我一下子我不懂得怎样答，因为没有人问过我这个问题嘛。So after that 他就讲然后我就用阿桑的 analogy 说，我们学的禅修就是这个放手，Whereas 别人我不知道，可能是用top base 就是来 concentrate on mindfulness 这样进去还是怎样？对，然后你看到的是这样的 analogy。然后他听了之后呢，然后他就跟我讲，其实他有去一个寺庙做义工，寺庙的一个师傅跟他讲，他必须要禅修，他一定要去做禅那意思说，然后他就跟我讲，我怕我去做禅，然后我又 connect 回去以前那些，so 我就不懂得怎样answer他啦，但是我只answer他说，看你的初心，就是你的初心，你是为什么要做禅？你的初心是什么？这样子，然后简单的大约讲了一点点，然后他讲，就是这个 condition， 然后他又讲，假如他知道如果他一坐禅下去，他可能会 connect 回去以前那些然后他讲，到时候你不做，就说你不帮人又不可以，因为你已经 develop 那个 ability。他讲，一坐禅下去，一定 develop 到那种所谓的 maybe 他们讲的可能就是那 psychic 啊。So 我就没有太多的反应，因为我不是很懂嘛，所以我就静了一下。但是当我一离开那地方我就 suddenly 我的 understanding 不是这样的我们的 cultivation 不是这样的，因为我们如果我们的初心是要帮人的话，thank you， 就是这个你们可以，就是 depends on 他的 understanding 啦，是吗？So 他的意思是说，如果我们帮了人，那个人的 karmic 我们就来interfere， 我们就拿了别人的 karmic。但是我讲不是的吗？就是我
They don't understand. They all. You see, most of the what they call popularly accepted concept of what meditation is 是他们时常做的 thought base。So to them is like 你小的时候 have this ability to see the non-human, interact with them. There are causes and conditions behind it. Very likely 是她的 life before she died and take birth as a human. They have been with them before. That's why they can actually look for, it's a girl look for her then can actually communicate with her one. So that one I have met up with quite a few lah during the early days of my cultivation. Then they share their experience with me and all that. So that one is mainly for people who have that affinity, and they tend to do that type of psychic thought-based meditation. So because of that, they have a lot of focusing, concentration, the mind. So if you were to go back to that, then very likely you can actually regain your ability to communicate with them or to see them and all those things. But you do awareness base, 不会的。因为the awareness base is to develop the awareness nature, stabilize it so that it can let you understand clearly, to develop the wisdom. So what you try to explain to her to relax and not to focus and all that, they cannot understand one. Initially, actually no need to explain all this one. So what you need to let them understand is, like you mentioned it correctly, it depends on the individual's interest. Why you want to develop the meditation? And meditation is a very loose word. It can mean anything. Any form of mental training is called meditation. But when we talk about 禅修, is to 修禅. 禅 is not a thought-based activity. 禅 is like zazen. They call it's a type of meditation that can lead to the realization of the true mind, the silent mind, that can enable you to meditate, to insight into phenomena, to see things as they are, to realize the true nature inside there. Then from there, you develop wisdom to awaken. Once you awaken, you are free. And that mind is the pure mind, the true mind. So that one won't connect you back to the psychic and all those things. It's not thought-based. So it depends on people's understanding and what is it that they are interested in. Because the word 禅修 also is a very loose word. Because to them, is all form of meditation is 修禅. But 禅 is not what they think one. 禅 is the word, that's why they use the word 打坐, 坐禅. What is the difference? 打坐 is a system of meditation. Understand? Whereas 修禅 or 坐禅 is to remain silent, aware, to develop the wisdom. Means the Zen understanding. Because everything that the cultivator do with the true mind is 修禅. It's like cultivation. That's why 慧能六祖 say, when you start from that true mind, means when you start from that true nature, then you are really cultivating the awareness based one. So that is the 真正的禅. And that is what awareness is. That's why he said the first hallmark of 慧能, the 第一个境界 is to realize the 无念的境界. So 无念的境界 is very important. The understanding of this, very few people can appreciate. Because to them, when they talk about learning how to meditate, the first impression is you become like, after you meditate, you got a lot of ability, psychic all those things. You can levitate, you can read people's mind, you can like wander through space and time. These are the concept of meditation that they have. So if they intend on this, then no point to actually explain further or talk to them beyond that. So normally for people who come to me, I won't even enter into a conversation with them unless I can see some sign that they have affinity, the triple gem lah. Then if you know they have affinity, normally Dharma got many phases on. First phase is just to develop the understanding of what Dhamma is, or pariyatti, means you listen, then you contemplate, then you reflect. So that is the learning of the teaching. So to learn, you have to nowadays can read up also lah. Then you can listen, then you can develop a discussion group or whatever to stabilize what you have read, what you have heard, and what you have developed lah, through the daily interaction with the Dhamma lah. So this phase 1 is the category that most people fall into. They need to start from there. If they don't start from there, very difficult for them to progress on. Then only you go to phase 2, which is to put it into practice, to develop the cultivation of the Dhamma that you have understood or learned. So phase 1 is pariyatti, the learning of the teaching. Then phase 2 is patipatti, putting it to practice. 有些人 got some form of knowledge already, but they are blur about the whole thing one. So they are interested in meditation. So they search, they go around, they ask around, they have read up with the knowledge, then they think they know and all those things. So when you face this type of people, then you have to gauge them, see whether they have affinity with the true Dhamma or not. If they have affinity with the true Dhamma, you will know one. Then they will be very interested to listen to you one. So what normally I will tell them is, it depends on your understanding lah. If your understanding is the way you have been exposed and told, you can continue lah. This is what normally most cultivators will do lah. Most Buddhists will do lah. So if you go that way, you may take a long time to realize the true meditation or the realization of what Zen is lah. Means 禅修 lor. So if you truly want to understand what real 禅修 is, then you have to listen lor. Then 如果他有那个 affinity 他 will be interested one, she will listen. Otherwise she become egoic one. 这样啊，不要紧啦。I think 我了解了啦。我有师父他们会教我怎样怎样做。So they will not break away from there one, very funny one. But those who have the affinity one, so 他就会去 attentively listen, then 他就会 like give it a try, give it a try. Then it depends on their affinity. If they have affinity, 他一听到一闻到他会有 develop the interest, then 他会 attend. 他一 attend 他就 connect very fast one, this type of people. 因为他们前世 actually 有那个因缘了 but they didn't know, because when they don't have the understanding, means they are born a human again, then with a conscious mind, or a normal human being's form and mind, they will start to learn all this again. So they will need condition to actually link back to their past. So if they have like you all Kayamita, who this sasana, this window have developed the understanding one, you all will be different. You all listen, you all will know this is the real thing already. Then you will be very interested, then you will give it a try, and then you will progress, and then you connect back very fast. But those who don't have the affinity one, 听不懂 not interested one. 这样不了，做什么呢？ develop 智慧啊，智慧 for what? They are not interested because they like to have special ability. They like to have like jhana, all those things. Then they have special power, special ability to do things or all things. Then they want to have this special ability to become unique, distinguished, different from other cultivator and meditator. When you're interested in that, you will go into the psychic field and you will end up with all those things. So because of that, that's why I say cultivation is the individual. Depend on what you want. If your mind is attracted to that, means in the past you supported that, and you yourself also do that. That's why different people, when you come, my nature will know. 就好像你前世因为我应该你 promote 这一世你来 then 你有那个因缘with certain great beings especially 观世音 and 普贤so because of that 他有那个因缘法这一世 with the sasana with the window 因为我的 nature is to share this understanding so 他们会 connect 回 but take them quite long take you quite long to understand 你前世是做那些的but 这一世很重要 that's why you must be done with this understanding so that life after life you come you must have this awareness based nature understanding to understand the true meditation or the true teaching then you take the Bodhisattva vow then 你就会 plant the seed of Bodhi that can activate your nature to receive this teaching then 你来的时候whether got sasana 没有 sasana 你就会走这条路no need to like last time like that only during sasana you get to learn some form of meditation which you think is the right one like the popularly accepted one that time you all follow they call it the vipassana and those things then very famous because internationally well known very popular so because of that 那个会 like attract a lot of people then in between you also will hear about some story which normally the inner circle know but they don't want to let the rest know because they encounter people with problem 就好像那个 old lady when after the 10 day then go for the 30 day or what then 她的头发被那个搞那些 they close up the whole thing they won't let other people outside people know but those involved in that thing they know then they just take it off so a lot of these things that go on behind which people don't know is not shared with the community so when it comes to cultivation 我们要了解就是 different people with different karmic background with different affinity for different type of teaching and cultivation they will end up doing that one
Until now we understand anything doesn't contribute to the cultivation cut filter.
Of course you can use that as a criteria but before you come to the real understanding of the true teaching you don't know like before you come to know about awareness base last time you do one you were based on that and cut the rest so it's the same one
I just had a WhatsApp from my sister yesterday I was talking to Mama Hana Sifu she knows about the 6 patriarch master meaning teaching there are 2 minds to realize our true mind via meditation through thought we say Joyce I say if not brother unlike brother Teoh has both traditions so from there without learning from you won't understand their true that's why she she spoke to this Mahayana Sifu the minute she said about Hui Ling
Yeah. That's why those who understand, you can easily connect on. But like I say lah, this life you are exposed to this teaching, you understand, then your faith very strong, then you follow the yellow card, you adhitan, you go the Bodhisattva way, then the Bodhi mind planted with that faith and understanding and the what they call invoking the power of marriage or something, it will be very, very stable. No? Then this one will take care of your cultivation in the future. Whenever you arrive, whether got sasana or no sasana, inside here will move on. When the time comes, like this life, when I was very young, I already know I different from other people. I am not the normal type of human being. Then 8岁9岁 before the age of 10 他 show to me a lot of things. Got one time 是我 very tired, then 我的 consciousness 出来 then 还有一次就是我 New Year 的时候我母亲的红包我拿2块钱出来then it show it to me, get into big trouble. Then every time I do things like with negativity, I will get into trouble. The vipaka will come back.
Is it due to your past cultivation that you brought back this life that your mind not so deluded, unlike other people, unlike the normal?
Of course, it's from my past. That's why I want to explain to you. Why after you take the vow, why you go this way? After you have to understand, when you come, you're very different one. You're very different one. So for me, before 10 years old, I don't know anything. But I can remember from the photo that my father took from the studio when I was 2 years old. Very cute one. Like no thought one inside there. Then I remember, I tried to recall, until the age of 5, I got no thought one. No. And my grandmother used to tell me, he said, you don't speak one, but you very cute one. So we thought you alo, you know Hakka, alo is, don't know how to speak one. They call what? No, dumb, cannot speak. Not deaf. He know I can hear, but I very quiet one. Then when I go to school also, he said, he don't see any friend come and see me I'll go primary school. Then later on, when Form 4, Form 5, a lot of my classmates came and said, hey, how come you got a friend? So, those are the phases I went through. Then, after Form 4, when I know science, geography or something, then especially after Form 5, this one start to search on. You will go and look for truth one. Then I just like to lie down in the open field at night, look at the sky, the stars, and so on. Then the thought will arise, who am I? What am I? This mighty universe. Born in this planet, the third from the sun, and every star is a potential sun or bigger. And the number of sun I can see in the universe so many light years away based on science it's so immense, countless. Then who am I? What am I? So insignificant. And we are one of the that time 5 billion or what human population. One out of the 5 billion in a miserably small planet of this solar system. You are so insignificant. Then who are you? What are you? Then what is this universe all about? 很奇怪的。Then suddenly inside pop 一个 answer 出来You must meditate to understand. 那个时候我什么是 meditation 我都不懂。Form 4, Form 5, 16、17歲咁咯。Then that one gave me the answer like that. I straight away knew, I must meditate. Then I recall, no wonder I like the Wu Xia Pian. They meditate in the cave one, and the Tang San Zhang, all those things where they go to the temple, Guan Yin, Fo. I like those movies one. Then I know I need to meditate, but I don't know what meditation is. Then after that, I completed my Form 5. Then Form 6, the first week of Form 6, I remember, there is one classmate sister give me that book. Actually, no reason. What Buddhists believe, the first edition of Chief Reverend Su. 我拿来我一开出来读。Then I realized what my mother do was not Buddhism. It's Taoist practice or traditional Chinese tradition. Then I was full of joy. Then I want to know what is the true Buddhist teaching. Then the moment I read the Four Noble Truths, I said no need to search already. That's it. That's why straight away 我了解了。Then after that, upper 6我就 finish off my exam. Then I got a very good result. Then I managed to enter MU, Civil Engineering. The first day I met the chief giving a talk in Science Faculty. That night itself, I come back and meditate. I don't even know what meditation is. Because he pointed to here. He said, look inside your mind. So I thought the mind was here. So I said. Then I become very quiet. Because I can study. I can focus. I can concentrate. I can fix my mind on anything I want. Then that time, I just relaxed, silent. Nobody taught me, but just. Then I realized I saw something very bright in my mind here. Where he said, look inside. So I thấy到個 bright spot. So he said, look inside. I saw this bright spot. Then I don't know what it is. But quite interesting because I can stay there. Then when I stay there, I realized some form of energy build up. Then I give it a push. I don't even know what meditation is. Suddenly, from that light, that point, my consciousness like travel out into infinite space. It's like this mind going out to infinite space. 很奇怪 Then very fast it moved. Then after that, I felt, what is this? Once the thought come back, it withdraw. Then all in all, I thought at the most I must have sat there half an hour only. I look at my watch. 12 midnight I sit down there. 4 a.m. already. Means I was there 4 hours, but to me I just did a few things only. It's like very short interval like that. 最长都是半个小时 cannot be more than that. Then after that, throughout the day, for the next 4 or 5 days, my mind was so calm, so still, completely 没有 thought one. But 不是那个 free mind. It's because of that, they call it the formless rhyme jhana, the rhyme of infinite space. Because I went into that. Then I withdraw out. To me, it's that short moment only. But I already sat there for 4 hours. And no pain, nothing. Then I was so calm. So I thought, wow, that is meditation. So I continued to do after that. Then I went to Brickfield. Then I received the metta. I developed metta until my metta very strong. Until my heart here, the energy, like one solid energy, like a metal disc like that. Nothing can go in. Everything like outside only. Me inside still like anything. Like you're enlightened like that. Nothing can disturb you. Even I that time know whoever come and do anything to me, I won't be affected. Thunder, lightning, all cannot go in. At the peripheral, okay, it subside. then everything subside. Then it's full of metta. Then very peaceful, very calm. That time also young. So because of what happened, I continue to develop that thing while I was in the uni. So that 3-4 years when I was in the uni, actually I was doing anapanasati. Then I went into absorption. Then my mind become very still. Then I do a lot of metta. Then that time I thought that's it, gao tim already. But then when I came out to work, when I start to touch money, when I don't meditate so often, then I realized, inside can move on. No? Means there is still some clearing force, the movement. Because you come out to work, then I realized I want to do MBA. I want to take up law. I want to be successful. I say, what is all this? Last time I don't have one. Last time like very contented with life, full of metta, then a lot of gratitude, a lot of compassion. Then suddenly this type of thing starts to move on. Then I realize this is maybe not what it is. Then I remember the Buddha's analogy, like a glass of water. If the sediment settle because you didn't stir the mind, because under absorption, under energy, under 那个 jhana, or we call it absorption jhana, not one-pointedness jhana. The one-pointed go to psychic one, they are more dangerous. So mind is continuous mindfulness. So that type of jhana, that stillness is very still. So because the mind was like that, it's like no more defilement, you like enlightened. But once I come out to work, when I don't have this energy, absorption energy, continuous mindfulness to make it still, then gone. No. Then I realize the mental hindrance start to move again. No. Then I realize there is this sensual desire, ill will, emotion. Then there is all this what they call, at times there will be like, the mind become doubtful, restless. Sleepiness was seldom with me until when I went for a retreat, because very tired, so sometimes sleepy. Then through study I know, when I tired, sleepy, I will go and sleep. I don't care. I don't care what you tell me. I go and rest, sleep. Then after that I have a short nap, I recover. Then I can do my thing again. I can study. So meditation also I do the same. Then after that I start to become different. Then I want to understand how this thing is like can be developed in another way, so that I don't have to go through concentration, so that I don't need the conditioned mind to make me peaceful, to make me calm. Then I realize it must be that Four Noble Truth teaching. That's why after that I met Xuan Hua. That I keep on listening to his Dhamma. Then I do the recording, everything. Then I went to Brickfield. I also involved in the tape library. I also listened to. So that 1986 onward, I start to listen to a lot of Dhamma. That's how the Avijja Sutta steps start. Then when I listen, I contemplate, I reflect very fast. Then I can filter beyond my past. Then I know what is correct, what is not correct. Then all those things that leads towards the understanding I can understand and receive them. Then later on I met all my teachers, Acharya Yantra, and I went to Thailand. I met out with quite a number of good monks. Initially it's Ajahn Chah's book, then Mahabowa's book, then Ajahn Tate. Then mainly it's Acharya Yantra, his teacher, that Xuan Mok one, Ajahn Buddhadasa and all things. So because of all those affinity, 86, 87, 88, that 3 years, 1986, I took refuge under Xuanhua, the whole family. Then after that, I think before the end, I think middle of the year or what, I met my second last guide and my last guide. I met them. Then after that, I think my last guide was later. My last guide was after 89. After I realized that cessation, the glimpse of the thing, then only I met him. Then, because of all these things that is meant to be Kuan Yin's message, everything, I suddenly, within that 3 years, the book come, the guide come, the teacher come, everything that I need just come. Then I just have the ability to understand them all. Xuanhua's book also, the Surangama Sutta, the first English translation, chapter 1. All this come. Then my brother happened to go to US for training because he's an electrical engineer. He went to Seattle, I think near this Xuanhua's place. So I said, you go there, you buy all the book, all the English translation. So he bought. I paid almost 1,000 over our money. He shipped back, I think 2 pallets of so thick, 2 pallets, all the book, whatever English translation available at the time, he just buy and just send it back. So because that, all this thing came up. Then that time, after 89, the whole understanding become very different. After 89, actually the Dharma understanding already connected, stabilized. Then when I met my last guy, when he activated the gateway, immediately after that, I moved very fast. I actually don't need anybody already at that time. So I only need somebody to let me know where the gateway is. Then the moment it's shown to me where, then I know what to do. That's why after that, I actually, understanding wise, I don't need him already. Then I move on my own, the transformation, everything happened. That's why because of that, I want to share with you is, once you have this vow, you go this way, when you come, you will move yourself. The Bohima, or we call it the Fosing, or the Buddha nature, that Bohima that is planted, it will activate one. Then the search will start one. Then it will know how to filter one. Then it will know how to receive one, based on your destiny, your understanding. That's why after that, I didn't do anything. Like I tell you, I didn't do anything. I just accord and flow. Everything is like meant to be. Then it just unfold. Then after that, when I inherited the thing, after I connected the gateway, the spiritual nature came back. The spiritual nature came back that time. A lot of things happened. I just like, I use the word what? The day in the translation, not translation, the transcript book. You like go through that whole process of cultivation. Breeze through. Normal people take very long one. I like breeze through very fast. I go back to my level that I was cultivating before this life. I realized that level very fast. I can understand all this and go back to that stage very fast. Then I start to have the understanding of what this thing is. That's why all the Wu Liang I Ching, the Pusata, all that, I can understand what they are talking about. My nature has gone through all those things. That extensive exposure, cultivation, everything, and the understanding of it. If you don't have this, you cannot understand one. That's why.
I see you read the commentary, you understand every word.
Yeah, not only the word, it's what they are trying to explain. Because this thing, you see, when it comes to cultivation, this type of extensive understanding is not for normal people. That's why I used to share with my wife and some of y'all, the Maya Sutta is for enlightened being one, not for ordinary unenlightened being one.
Done this in the
No. The Sutra is for enlightened being. If you are not enlightened being, you read, you cannot understand one. You don't know what that meaning is one. It's just like the very simple one, even the Theravada level. The Buddha say, learn to see things as they are. So they have the Pali word, I think, Yatta Buttanang, I don't know what. Jnana Dasana. Jnana Dasana, seeing things as they are. So, even if I tell you, you have not gone through that transformation, that cultivation, you can only use your thought to come up with the guesswork. What I mean, see things as they are. Then you, direct seeing. But that word direct seeing make you very interested. That word is just like microphone. Once you hold on to that word, microphone, you don't look at this one already. Once you hold on to the word direct seeing, you think you know already. That concept make you think you know. Then you don't go and do the direct seeing. Means you have not stabilized your awareness nature. You cannot see things as they are. So that concept of seeing things as they are through that word direct seeing is not the real direct seeing. The real direct seeing is different. That's why the Sutra, Maya Sutra, when you read, even the commentator try to explain the Sutra, they cannot explain it that well unless they themselves have the past, the understanding, the awakening. Otherwise, they explain up to the level they know. Then, when you have that understanding of the direct seeing, means you have gone through, then you don't need a word no. You don't need the explanation. You understand already.
Like letting go, you explain how what's the meaning.
That's why Panchi got it. Because a lot of misconception and fallacy, very logical. You must let go. Otherwise you attach. Otherwise you cling.
It's a knowledge.
No. Why you believe that this is like very beautiful Dharma? Practice letting go. What's wrong with that? Because you only know the word practice. Then to you, let go. So if I let go, I don't attach, I free. This is to the worldly people very logical. That's why I used to tell you, what is logical may not be the truth. Then when I explain, then you see, then you realize. Because when you have it as knowledge, thought-based, because this knowledge become very interesting. To you it's very logical. I must let go. So to let go, I don't know. I must practice. So who practice? The one who hold, practice. If you don't hold, you need to practice. If you are not holding, why is there a need to practice how to let go? And who hold? The one that don't have the wisdom, don't have the Dhamma, they will hold. That's all. So if you are deluded, you don't have the wisdom and the understanding, you hold, and you want to practice not to hold. Is it possible? You are lying to yourself. Means you are suppressing your feeling. I don't want to attach. This one,
knowledge.
not only knowledge, you suppress. Understand? Like when it happened to you, I don't want to think about it. I just want to forget about it. Let go lah. Worry about it for what? Not real. Everything is imperfect. You use the word, you talk about it, but you don't know what it is. But when you understand already, you wake up already, you will come to know there is no such practice one. Who practice? The deluded one who hold on to things, want to practice. Practice what? Practice not to hold. In the first place, you have the wisdom, you're not deluded, means you won't hold, understand or not? The moment you hold, it torment you, it burn you. Then why you go and hold? It's because you deluded, you don't know. You like normal people. This is my problem. I must solve it. Correct. Solve it. but not by holding on to that problem and worrying about that problem. Understand or not? Solving by what? By putting this thing down. Understand or not? Means I don't cling, I don't hold. Then I look at it. Why I call it a problem? Because I have this personality, sakayaditi. I believe I exist. I believe this disease is me. Understand or not? So I worry about this body getting old, getting sick, and one day dying. So because of this, I suffer. That is what attachment is. That is what clinging is. So if I see this already, then I become different. No? Then I will contemplate. No? I will reflect. No? Why did the Buddha say it's because of my sakayaditi that conditioned me to grasp at this 5 aggregate of form and mind that he called dukkha, that conditioned suffering. Then you realize, I have to put it to test, understand? Otherwise I wouldn't know. So what is this 5 aggregate of form? The book never teach. They only give you the 5 words, rupa, vedana, sanya, sankhara, and vijnana. But through my own understanding, I dare to tell you the book don't write also on the 2 aspects of the 5 aggregate. First aspect as a human being. You have a physical body, you have the mind. The mind got 4 aggregate which the Buddha subdivided. And to understand what this aggregate are, you ask yourself, what can your mind do? Then they are all there. So, as a human being, you have a rupa, physical form, you have a consciousness trapped inside. That is the first aspect. You attach to this, you suffer. So investigate lah. True or not? Yeah, you worry because you think this is you, man. But when the Buddha underneath the Bodhi tree realized that this is not him, this is just a vehicle and a tool karmically conditioned out for him to come to this existential world, to exist, to live, to cultivate, or to do your whatever duty, vows, fulfill everything. Then you realize this one is not you. If this one is not me, then who am I? What am I? If the 5 aggregate of form and mind is not me, then why did they arise in me? How did I know all this? Because I saw it. I realized it. Then I am able to share all this. That's why the second aspect is, with the mind, 4 aggregate, but the perception bring in the external form, there is another 5 aggregate at the thought level, which is Namarup, the 4th link of Paticca Samuppada. So when you saw that, you realize you attach to your thought process, the 5 aggregate within the mind, you also suffer. This is the understanding. Then when you understand, you don't hold, you don't grasp, you don't cling, then what is there to practice, to let go? That's why I say without wisdom, you cannot free. The only thing that free you is wisdom. So when you have wisdom, you won't hold. That's why Panchi took her so many years to realize that, the beauty of that. Just like direct seeing. You use the word direct seeing, then you think you know. But what is the real direct seeing? What is it that the Buddha meant by seeing things as they are? I gave you the pointer. The baby newly born. They don't have brain memory, they don't have conditioning, belief system, nothing.
No input, just the consciousness.
Not only that, when they see, they don't have the words, understand or not? So they cannot label what that thing is. That's why they see things as they are, before the perception, before the words, before the concept. They see exactly that pure consciousness, the pure perception without words. Can you see? Without word, without your thought moving, without sankhara activity, the direct seeing things as they are, everything very clearly. That is what you're supposed to do. No thought. The awareness nature very stable. The brain don't come in and interfere.
Provided to see things that mindful is not difficult. The stabilizing the one is really.
It's not only that, because you all always think that way because you haven't done it, you haven't gone through it, you haven't. But the one who realized it that's why I say, don't be like too keen to realize it, then like want to quickly realize it, then the thought will come in. Not so easy one to be mindful, maybe easy to stay. That one is all the thought telling you, is still the thought. Well, what is important is don't try to know. Don't try to relax, maintain awareness, stabilize it. Then this one will awaken by itself one. Then when it awakens, then you will know what the direct seeing is. Then it's no more about the thought telling you, stabilizing it is a problem. Oh, this is what the thought say, but you never try. When you try, when that thing stabilizes already, that nature will know one. Well, that one, when it's stabilized, is in the state of samadhi, is like in the midst of life, is collected and unwavering. No? This mind doesn't move anymore. No? Then you realize, how come? With that thing, I can see things as they are. Then the brain, the memory, the labeling, the concept didn't come out. That's why you have more and more space between thought. The awareness nature expand. Then next thought. Then another space. Then next thought. You need to create thought, you create thought. You don't need, it won't come out. That is the process of transformation. Then when you transform, there is no more thought telling you this one cannot, that one cannot. Forget about it. When you cultivate, you just cultivate. Listen to instruction like your sister progress so fast. Well, he don't have those thoughts telling her. Well, she very new, clean slate. She don't have the conditioning. Then when she have faith in what I say and share, when I share the 8 months, the Heart Sutra again, that was the one that opened her up. She attended every session and every class, and he just follow. Then he realized when he follow, all the experience she go through, exactly match word for word that I explain inside there. And she can understand what I say. That is what I meant. Listen attentively and just do. Don't try to know. Don't try to let the thought come in. To be aware is easy to stabilize. Once you hold on to this idea and concept, you won't do it. Because there is a justification for you not to do. What is important is like what your sister went through and tell you one. You just follow what Brother Teoh say and just do. Don't try to ask any question or have any doubt. With the faith, you just do. Then when you go and do, you transform one. And the most shocking thing is she detected the gateway herself very fast.
She told me during the MCO, she doesn't go out. She rarely diligent, spend many hours doing.
Where she see the urgency of practice, she contemplate on Marana Nusati, not enough time already. She wants to go all out to understand this. Yeah. That's why after that, she become very different. Then those who detect the gateway on, they will know what this thing is on. There is no more doubt. Yeah, it's a free mind, completely free. That's why it will detect. If it's not a free mind without thought, it cannot detect one. But that nature is without thought one. It's the Hui Ning's first hallmark.
So that she said she went to cessation a few times.
Yeah, it will continue to happen on. So this is how the real cultivation manifests and unfolds. Not for people who are curious with the thought, keep on telling you story. That type of people are very difficult to progress on. So have faith. Then just follow instruction. Because the instructions are very simple one. Don't go and use your knowledge to go and add in and make the thing like, this is only privilege to those few. Then that thing will cause you to lose your way. It obstructs you. Your knowledge mind. Why do you want to know? I want to investigate and find out only. So what have I got to lose by following the instruction that Brother Teoh has listed out? She didn't ask me to do anything silly and stupid, ma. He just say relax, aware, ma, and maintain the awareness only, ma. So difficult, man.
Sounds simple, yet difficult.
Hi, then you think it's impossible to do, ma?
It's possible, but
No, you just now say to stabilize it, impossible. That's why you didn't do, ma. When you didn't do, if you do, you won't say it's impossible already, one. You do, you will say like your sister already. But it was so amazing. The thing, wow. Then he used her own word to describe, how you open up like That one she used her own word one. And never even explained to her. Then he said, after that, so quiet, so still. And the free mind, not in concentration, not in a conditioned state. Like that one.
that's why now the nun told her to mind, she's so happy.
Because you yourself will go through and realize that one. Because that nature, which is just the pure awareness nature without the thought, is your pure mind. Then when you stabilize it, you will understand it more. Then from there, everything arises on. You can see the creation, the perception, the movement, the fine aggregate, the thought process, all from that nature come out on.
She said after she see her mind, so deluded, she cried.
Yeah, what? Because that one is the Dhamma, the Dhamma that arises. When the Dhamma arises, it will free you. Then you realize all along you have been deceived and deluded by all this consciousness creation.
Spiritual, I guess 八万四千法门，每个人的入法
不一样的对。
是我最近读到一个他就说，其实我们主要是要改掉我们的习气，就是从那个 habitual tendency 那边入手。That's how I started.
Yeah.
That's how I started.
It's the habitual tendency that make you what you are. Where it has become habit, then 你 stir 你的 mind, you react to sense experience, all things, all through your habits. That's why to unfold that thing, or to release or reverse that thing, you need wisdom. Without wisdom, you cannot reverse it. So to reverse it means what? You have to inquire. Why must I stir? When I stir, I create reality. I create sensual desire, ill will, like and dislike, pleasant. And these are mental hindrance that hinders my mind while entering the meditation. So how can I develop the understanding not to react and not to stir? That's why I teach you all the shortcut, the direct seeing, seeing things as they are, means people are just the way they are. Then I expand on it. Deluded people do deluded things. Selfish people do selfish. Then you can understand better. Otherwise, the Buddha says seeing things as they are. Most people mong cha cha. So seeing things as they are means the world is the world. People is just the way they are. So that meaning is very important. Once that one come out, then you can expand on it. People is just the way they are means what? Deluded people do deluded things. Selfish people do selfish things. Violent people do violent things. Then you realize, 对哦，不用去跟他吵，伤心还是 correct him. Hey, you are not right. This is wrong. You cannot do. 不需要的，接受他咯。She is just the way she is. He is just the way he is. The world is the world. Like the Buddha said, condition like that, things will be like that. 那个要 contemplate until very stable. Then next time the sense experience 起来的时候，这个 Yoniso Manasika, this understanding will prompt you. It will let you understand it. They are just the way they are. Like Jesus said, forgive them, for they know not what they are doing. So these are the wisdom that is very powerful. And they are the one, when you contemplate until stable, it will manifest spontaneously. That's why Yoniso Manasika, you have means you have, you don't have means you don't have. You cannot practice Practice to be wise. Cannot. practice to let go. Cannot. You have to let go, you need wisdom. Wisdom is you have to cultivate on. Contemplate, reflect until you stabilize. Then when you have means you have, you don't have means. You cannot at that moment want to practice on. You cannot or cultivate on. You must stabilize it until it's part of your understanding, that it connected to your form and mind. This form and mind connected, at the moment a sense experience, spontaneously it manifests on, it will prompt you. Then you know what to do. And you can see things as they are. You can understand the Dhamma the way they are. Then all the Diamond Sutta word all come out very clear. 一切有为法，如梦幻泡影，如露亦如电，应作如是。Everything become clear. Then like the Buddha say, Sabbe Sankara Anicang, Sabbe Sankara Dukkang, Sabbe Dhamma Anatta. So everything become like, wow, the words suddenly become so clear. Why? Because you contemplated, you reflected, you have stabilized it. That's why without this wisdom, you cannot free on it.
Me so
Yeah, to understand.
Only wisdom.
Yeah. That one need a wise person to tell you on. Yeah. Because the knowledge based, thought based, they will tell you what? Don't hold lah. So if I don't hold, I'm free, then I practice not to hold lah. That's why I practice letting go. Where got such practice one? Who practice? The deluded one, the whole practice. The one that have wisdom not holding, what is there to practice? All this they cannot see. Because they go by logic. The world is a world of duality with logic. Whatever that is logical may not be the truth. The truth is the opposite. When you understand, whatever that is logical may not be the truth. The word is very powerful. So don't accept the popularly accepted one, where society believes is to be the commonly accepted truth. Forget about it. Like they say, meditate. One day you will become enlightened. Practice. One day you will.
Must have the right way.
No, that one is a delusion. Where got such thing one? Practice and one day. That one is like telling you, wait till you die lah. You will end up with the what they call the Christian believe what? Eternal heaven. They promise after death, when you die. It is the same one. Practice one day. One day means when? After you die. Or before you die. Because the Dhamma is sanditiko, can be realized in the here and the now. No need to wait till that one day. Once you realize it, here and the now, you awaken. It's not after you die. That's why you must understand the salutation to Dhamma.
But some practitioners, they practice for a long, long time. About to die, because the realization also can be enlightened, right?
People can talk about it lah. But whatever it is, if you want to do all this like what they call last minute on, you can go and try your luck lah. It's not like that one. Because
No, sudden realization.
no, I don't deny that the Tibetan got such teaching. They call it the Powa. Before you die, that is the window that you really can awaken on. Because you go through that split second of cessation. But that one, if you got avidya, straight away rebirth consciousness gone already on. So what they are telling you is, those who have developed the cultivation, the mindfulness, the stability of it, then when they are about to die, if they are guided with the Powa cultivation, reminded, then they stand a chance. But you have not developed the stability of mindfulness and awareness, you also want to like believe that you also can do it. It's just like the Mandarin saying what? 抱佛脚什么？临时抱佛脚。You don't even have the condition, you didn't even cultivate, you think like that can happen Then the whole world full of enlightened beings here. Not like that. You must prepare yourself with the awareness, then you stand a chance. That's why that poor practice, you must develop it first. Then they say before that cultivator dies, somebody very experienced or the teacher or what, who can guide them, will guide them through the poor. Remind them of the Dhamma, say they went and go through. Then the one you stand aside. But it's not what you interpret. Last minute. So a lot of these things, last minute one.
To wait till last minute.
They always say 聽就好啦. You have to, otherwise you think anybody can realize. Otherwise a lot of enlightened being already hope for last minute one. The Buddha already say you're born or your karma, add to your karma condition. You are what you are because of your karma. Hey, you go and listen to all this. You don't take care of karma, your life is gone, understand or not? After you take care of your karma, then only you can make adittan for causes and conditions to meet out with the wise and avoid the foolish. Then only you can start the cultivation, understand or not?
But Ananda, he was under pressure to be Arahant. After that, he became Arahant.
It's not to say he's under pressure to become Arahant, because they prefer the first council to be all Arahant, 500 of them. So, no, they gave him the chance, because he's the attendant, he remembered the teaching, he got elephant memory, so they want him to participate. So they let him try. So he tried so hard until he gave up already, almost done already. Then when he gave up, he decided to lie down and sleep. Because that time the mind free. No, the mind free. He is not holding on to anything already. There is no craving to be an Arahant already. Then during that moment it ceased. That's how he became Arahant. And you think he next to the Buddha for 45 years, he don't have parami one. That's why you need to have all this to realize this. It's even he with the Buddha for 45 years, attendant how much merit and parami he had. And yet he is only a sotapan. You think so easy? A lot of things about cultivation is not what the human mind thinks. Because these are the understanding of great beings that has gone through the what they call extensive cultivation. Where you must witness a lot of possibility through a lot of civilizations, a lot of sasana and all things, met out with a lot of Sammasambuddha. Then only you can accumulate all this understanding. Then only you can know that all these are possible. That's why the Buddha's time, Sakyamuni, the Jataka story itself is so much of them. 45 years now. He share and he teach. And all this it's not what you think. That's why a lot of people they just like say things like no need money one. 講話唔使錢can one lah, Ananda lie down like that.
Like what? Kandano.
No, the bhikkhuni also pour water before the water reach the end, he become Arahant also. Then the one that polish with the white cloth one, the Buddha gave also, after a while, he polish, then he realized the mind is exactly like that. The more you think, the more you go and polish, it become more contaminated one. Well, originally that piece of cloth given to him is already the pure cloth. Then he realized, my mind was originally like that. Then why I go and create all this? Want to clean it, want to make it pure. The one thing is by the thought. And the more he clean, the more dirty he become. Then he awakened. Yeah, he passed like goldsmith's son. Then the other one is, he cannot even remember a stanza because of that karmic. So once you say those stanza, he cannot remember. So he cannot remember, how can he learn? He cannot. So this one, you cannot use the stanza or the teaching to teach him. No. You have to use this type of skillful means, like the white cloth. Give it to him. 方便法. Then he clean. The more he clean, the more dirty he become. Then he suddenly realized, before I start, it was pure, silky, beautiful cloud. Then he realized the mind was like that. If I don't create all this, there is like Hui Ning嘛，本来无一物嘛，何处惹尘埃 ？Originally was like that already 嘛。If I don't dig grubs, don't create, give meaning, and do all these things, then no such suffering, no such like dust. Dust was created by the mundane mind through duality. So when you realize that, you awaken, you free. It's the realization, the understanding that free. It's not the doing. The doing cannot free you. You can go and do until the cow come home.
Also realization become
You again talk about this. You know there was a story long back during the Buddha's time that king Kolika was Kondanya in the past. And he tested the Bodhisattva who was supposed to be Sakyamuni in the future. And because he tested him, he chopped off his limb. Then Sakyamuni told the king, if there is any anger or slightest of aversion or dislike, my limb will not come back to me. If I really don't have that, then may my limbs come back. All the 4 limbs come back to him. That's why he panicked. He came down on the horse, he kneeled down and paid respect. That's the Bodhisattva at that time told this king, don't worry. I have vowed through my pure wish to take you across. You are the first one to be taken across. Without that pure wish, you think Kondanya can become a Sotapan straight away? All got causes and condition one. Got affinity one. You like that, everybody also can already. Listen. But why the other 4 ascetic, nothing happened until the Anatta Lakkhana Sutta came out, only become Arahant? Also these 4 have been cultivating and following the Buddha very long one. Otherwise how can they that life take birth, join him as ascetic and cultivate? A lot got his affinity one. It's not any Tom, Dick and Harry, listen only ma. Your sister also listen only ma. You think she got do meditation ma? Only later on she follow my instruction to develop the stability or the awareness only ma. She listened with joy, with faith ma. Then she do then she came to that realization. You must have that faith, you must have that parami. Because she past life has affinity with my nature also one. Otherwise cannot be like that one.
The one master told us that she passed was a study monk.
Whatever it is what people tell you, that one is not important What is
the Bodhisattva vow,
she can take she already taken
No, before she met you, he went to India, he took Bodhisattva vow, he told me that she took in India.
You know why? Because I told her when I was in Singapore, the last 2 or 3 visits, she happened to know. Then the latest visit, actually I don't want to tell anybody one. Then somehow she also come to know. Then I say, okay you can come Then he came. He took me, my wife, Sui and Ben for lunch as usual. Then he belanja us, we discuss Dharma. So I said, in the past, it could be like this asana, you have affinity with my nature, but that time you don't know who am I. Understand? Then you have joy you do. It's like brother TK 他也是请那个什么invite 我过去给 offer 一个 dana. At first 是这样的 He wrote to me, he said, but Teoh, I want to offer dana. I say, can I say, anytime you come down, you let me know MCO 3年不可以下来 Then he text me again. But Teoh, what if I send you the money, then you do it for me there? I say, you must come here in person I say, otherwise. He say, MCO cannot come over. Then I say, never mind lah, just let things be lah. I say, see how it goes lah. Then after that, 6 months later, got condition. No. I suddenly, because my daughter told me, he and Ben going back to JB, then they are going to Singapore. Then asked me whether I want to go Singapore or not, very long time. Haven't been there. Then I got my investment there. I said, can lah, arrange. Then after that, I let TK know. I let the sister know. Then I say, I'm coming over for 3 days tonight. So I say, the schedule all I will confirm again once I buy the ticket. Oh, full of joy. Then brother TK also like very excited, but don't know. He never do dana before. No. Yeah, how? He can't find a place. So he worried. Then the temple all that time MCO, a lot of them 唔俾用. Finally, luckily you got one sister stay in a 3-story residential area. In Singapore, very expensive that type of property. 10 幾 million Sing one at least. So luckily the sister and the husband, the sister's husband, the brother-in-law also Buddhist. Yao Yun. Then the family, then he suddenly contact the sister very happy. They can, no problem. Then he wrote to me. I said like that, very good. I said, sadhu you. Then he said, how? I said, very easy pot lah. I was saying, then do something simple lah. Then when I'm there, I can guide you all. Then he invite the brother, the sister, the wife side, the sister side, together with their parents. 好老咗有一個 blind 咗。Wow, that merits really. Buddha冇啲白事. The old people, the grandmother, they all know. The mother of TK, very old already, but he full of love and compassion, really care for the parents. Then he very generous. His brother-in-law is very generous. Meet 到又哇 full of joy. That day the session was very good. Then the sister also took us for. Then the brother Chia, your friend, also came with Sandra. Then he also took me around on the last day. Then in between take us for breakfast. So these are the affinity you don't know one. Like this like you all every time gather take me for lunch or what. You don't know one. This is the affinity condition you establish, you don't know. Like last time I used to tell song and Alicia there. I say the Pusian, not only this line you go to that trip, the what 什么来那个普贤的道场峨眉山 you go there he cry tears everything, then somehow very strong feeling. I say why the nature? No, if you are in the past, Pu Xian when he was a lay person like me, he got affinity with them. They don't know. It's just like me now, you don't know my nature. Then later my nature become like Pu Xian like that. Then when you all go to spiritual tree, you will also cry. I say, 为什么会这样呢？这个什么菩萨的？Because your affinity, if it's so strong, just like what we develop this sasana, that affinity is very different. No. That one can bring forth the understanding everything. No. That's why otherwise you all don't have the 因缘 on. Link 不到呢。That's why 人生难得，佛法难闻嘛。人生难得经已得，佛法难闻经已闻。And yet you have affinity with all the cultivator， 是很 rare 的 occasion 来的。To have this type of affinity and what they call 因缘it's not by chance 前世有因。Otherwise you cannot be like that one. So what you do now, you can see like Xianhua say, 要知前世因，今世做走事。Mean you look at what is your life now, then you will know what your past is. Otherwise you cannot be what you are. You're born or karma, heir to a karma. Then you want to know your future, what you do now will reflect your future. What you do now will reflect your future. So in the future, when you come, you will go through all those, but you may not know how come all this is possible. It's like, you got such thing one man, so lucky, so like amazing, 能够遇到这样的修行者 is not what you think one. 前世因 already planted one. Understand or not? To become Sakyamuni's close disciple, to be his wife, all got his yin and fa one. Not by chance. Then you and your sister also got your affinity one. Means you also got the blood relationship and affinity. That's why you support each other, and you need that connection to bring forth that thing on.
So many temples, so many teachers. Then I saw her coming to the retreat. She brings so hard. She brings so hard. I think why you bring so hard? It's a very normal breathing. I'm doing long breathing.
Because he's forcing it, they didn't explain to her.
That's what I was thinking. I said you do the right way, follow Brother Teoh's way. Then from there, she switched over.
But you cannot blame her lah, because she from Singapore, suddenly the tradition so different. Then like she say, the first 2 years come over, she blur, Hong Cha Cha.
She asks a lot of funny questions.
Yeah lah, then after that when she wants to become serious already,
So different.
then only the MCO come. He determined want to attend the retreat already, that cannot.
Actually, luckily that after that, MCO helped her a lot.
I told her it's a blessing in disguise. I share the Heart Sutta over 8 months. Otherwise, he cannot catch up. Because he don't have the basic. After I share over 8 months only, he start to understand what I teach. That one, the 5 aggregate, everything there, Heart Sutta, everything there.
Religion, she don't miss class.
Yeah lah. Not only don't mix class, her faith very strong that time, a lot of joy. And she just follow instruction and do. Then the reporting, the sharing, that was very beautiful at that time.
其实 Bocheng inspire 我们很多。
Yeah.
It's the first one
that
hit everything. So
Not only that, 他不认识我 understand? From Singapore. You so new.
She doesn't go to so many teachers, one teacher.
No, that's why I say she clean slate. It's not to say didn't go, she go, but she didn't really learn the conditioning like you all. Alicia also clean slate. But like you, Song they all, a lot of mumbo jumbo all inside there. You also go in for so long now. Retreat in and out, repeating all those meditations. But that is what your destiny is lah. Then you have the affinity when the time comes. You help your sister help you back now. Yeah, when your sister come to understand and realize that thing, then he can see, you are doing one this thought base and all things. That's why she sometimes share with me. But Teoh, he find it very hard to change you, to let you understand. I say don't worry lah. Your sister help you, link you to connect. Then now is the time for you to help her back. So these are the causes and conditions that will unfold lah. So meant to be lah. But
其实很久以前，我有 attend 过一个 retreat， so-called retreat 在 SJBA。去 after 我从 India 回来。So 那时候 just came back from India。
对。
就比较 OK 啦 like 就去咯。Then after 一个 session 之后，我回去我的房间要睡觉，就是他们 provide 一个 place。哇，我的头哇 cannot sleep 这么僵的。It's not the normal practice you do here. After 你 meditate 了，你很 fresh 很 relax 很舒服的。哇，这么僵的，我整个人半夜12点我 call Freddy, can you come and pick me?
Better.
I'm supposed to stay there 3 days. So I said cannot, you better come and pick me.
不对路的。
Middle of the night,
不对。
I run away.
不对路的。 No, because their type of thought-based one attract a lot of non-human one.
好難啊，
No, a lot of non-human one. The energy very eerie one.
I don't know how to
Very
explain.
eerie.
That's the only time I know this is not the right thing I do. So I run away, straight away. 半夜啊，4點。
First day 啊
First night 咯，first night 啫咯，一個 session 咯，唔知幾多點到幾多點。Then after that you go back to rest 嘛。哇 I try so hard already.
You can feel when you go in you can feel 不对路
所以 actually 以前我都不懂什么 radio 讲的 energy build up。all this one 我跟 radio 的学习是
relax
没有这个所谓的怎么这边。
我们的 after that 你很静 then you recuperate one you feel very good then the whole environment is full of tranquil stillness energy that's why 我们都不一样 awareness based 不一样他们那种attract a lot of non-human and a lot of this non-human 他来他要 disturb 你then you have that greed one you will be drawn to them one because they also feed on your energy you also feed on their energy so 搞来搞去that's why it depends on understanding you don't have the understanding you have got greed 就完蛋了 you got greed they can actually condition you to go and do that type of practice 因为 that is the way of thought based psychic and all those things then 他们有些是那种 Mara up there 要弄你they call it that the I think the last two or the Deva rhyme Mara something like the word Mara is there or Mara don't know what I cannot remember that one is like they are Mara actually that actually test the cultivator then 整你so you do that later on when the devas or the Mara when they fall they also kena back when they become human they want to cultivate they kena back you do this to people that's why avoid energy field is because of that thought based but a lot of people are drawn into it because that one got like a lot of attraction like it can make you very powerful very special so a lot of people are interested that's why psychic actually draw a lot of people it's just like 87 when I was listening to Master Xuan Hua's sharing at 这个 Old Klang Road one of the Mahayana temple somebody asked him about a master that was very famous but it seems a lot of the people who know that one is doing psychic and all those things so I think the name you all also heard of one Lu Sun Yan you heard of
Lu Sun Yan
so they asked him I said they asked Xuan Hua Master I heard he say he's not teaching the right thing but how come you got so many disciples he say he invite Mercedes no people offer him a lot of luxurious thing and their group very wealthy a lot of money so the way Xuan Hua reply was very good he said different people got different affinity you got affinity with that type of teacher that type of Dhamma then it's your affinity then he give example he said in our society everybody know drug is bad 对不对为什么这么多人去吸毒因为那个师父卖毒品的很好because you are drawn to it you addicted to it addicted to his psychic he said he can help you improve your business or what nobody know but if that is what you want you end up there so we say everybody know drug is no good but why so many drug addicts so 同一个道理 I realized, I said, that was a very good analogy. So it doesn't mean that popular means, you got Liu Dou lah. But most of the people who became really good and famous one, not necessarily they got a lot of followers. Well, most of these people who has the Dhamma and understand, they don't really want follower. You Yan, then he share with you and teach you. Mei Yan, never mind, nothing. Of course, there are also some different one. They have a mission one, like the four great tradition, singing 法师 the late one. Then 这个正言法师then 圣言 then 还有一个法鼓山的那个正言法师圣言那个圣言法师So a lot of this they able to do a lot of wholesome thing, then they set up all this, then they got a lot of followers, is because this is their vow, this is what they want to do. So they want to like expand on it so that that tradition serve its purpose in society in this era. Like I explained to you all before, 圣严法师 is 道场 for meditation. He specialized in meditation, his forte. Then the other one, 慈济 is compassion in action. Then the other one, singing, is more towards the academic one, towards the what they call Buddhist education one. Then there's another one is还有一个是谁啊？是不是那个中台禅师的菩萨道的？菩萨道的，所以这四个they are very unique, very special. So when they come that way, they will have supporter and follower. Then they will build a lot of 道场 one. So these are the one with the vow one, who want to do this work one. Then for my nature, I just want to share this understanding so that the website, everything, this one is for serious cultivator one. Well, for my nature, I need sincere people who has the faith, affinity and understanding one to go this way. So even if one or two succeed, it's really good enough. Well, from there it will expand on. So this website will actually help out a lot more.
There's one girl, I don't know, I've forgotten who already. She came to me. I said, your sister sharing very good, when your sister come back, let me know, I want to meet her in person.
Yeah.
I also forgotten who is the person. Suddenly somebody came to me and asked me this, Then I said, I also forgotten. After she came back, I told her, I also forgotten who is the person who told me this. It said inspire her a lot.
Yeah. That's why. That's why if you already have the cultivation and the understanding, the way you share different, people will know you are different. 还有什么要 ask？
最近我时常有一个stanza 说法上因舍，就是说那个达嘛，就说讲就是
营舍是什么意思？
就是要舍掉，不要一直 hold on to 那个打。
It's just to like your nature trying to like prompt you that you have to develop the understanding to share it out. Understand? Because this Dhamma, the understanding, finally you need to share it out. Whatever wisdom that you develop, you need to share it out. But you also have to wait for causes and conditions. Like in the early days after 1989, when I went through that transformation, then when my mundane mind collapsed 9 months later, I also knew my nature has that understanding. But people are not ready. So not ready means not ready. That's why 89 until 2004 I didn't do anything. 15年 until Yun Chan came. It's like that one. You look at Liu Chu Hui Neng 也是一样嘛. Also he was with the hunter for almost 14 or 15 years. You have to wait for causes and conditions.
不是他就是觉得，我是觉得，因为要学的东西很多，
对
，ending
对
wisdom
对
，it's really unending 来就讲，所以就是看到 like 我可以理解的，我就跟你讲一点，不懂的我就
可以，
就说来就讲了，你会知道你跟他讲的时候。他有没有真是听？
对，
还是
you will know, you will understand.
你再讲下去，他有没有听？就算了。
因为他不能够吸收or absorb or understand, because 他 not ready 嘛。so 不需要讲太多了， because after that no point 嘛。you will go through all this and understand on. That's why in the early years I remember off and on in between that 15 years 久久有一个会来，讲没有那个 affinity， excited for a while, after that it just left. 因为他们不能够了解 what this nature is all about, what is he trying to share. They cannot. They got some form of affinity to meet up but 修不到，收不到。They are not ready. Then my understanding was too early, ahead of time by a lot. 就好像六祖慧能，他太早出来也没有用，因为 the 因缘法还没有 like flourish 嘛。It's not the time yet 嘛。So at that time he has to be with the hunters, and he has to go through that type of period or maybe understanding of what life is during the staying with the hunters. Because he was hunted by a lot of people who is envy of his status, 那个衣钵 they want to take from him, so they hunted him down for many years. But 我没有这样的 karmic, 所以没有人来喊我。So for me, I have a good 15 years of a good life. During that time, I still remember, after 89, I came out to private sector to test myself. Then I get to live life. I try the private sector life. All along very comfortable with the statutory body, government, and initially short stint with the contractor. Then after that, I want to go around my career path. So 我就 decide to choose like private sector test. So private sector I joined the consultant first. After the consultant, I joined the corporate listed company, which I haven't. Then after that I retire. 2001 retire. 云站2004才找到我。
就我想问为什么有时候我会感觉很多的达玛要 flow 出来？但是我又
不用紧的 because during your cultivation is like that one. suddenly you will reach a stage like everything is Dharma one, so much understanding one, and it's so beautiful. That's why you continue to contemplate, continue to reflect. It won't be wasted one. Because later on I realize the more I contemplate, the more I reflect, the more stable the understanding is. Then when I came out to share, I can use all these examples to share one. 很奇怪哦。That's why all the thing that I share with you all, even the unique code or what, is from my contemplation during the 15 years before I come out. I reflected, I contemplated. Because that time nobody understand ahead of time. 怎样去 share, 怎样去 teach, nobody understand. But then I realized not wasted one. 它时间到了它自己会现出来的。Then luckily got the Miss Lee there one, the Heart Sutta class. That one is supposed to preserve my teaching one. If it's not transcript out, if Miss Lee had not prepared the short note for me to expand on, the book cannot come out. The book cannot come out. It's meant to be one. Meant to be. Meant to be. But after that, I realized I don't have to teach like before already. You know, I used to tell you all, everything that you need to understand about the sainthood way, it's all there already. Very complete, I say. Except 菩萨道的罢了。
菩萨道有蓝色那本。
蓝色那本但是那本也出来Then the cut also 出来So everything fall into place. So after I did the 菩萨道I fulfill what I promised to Miller for. Then the website also meant to be on the sister, and he started it. Then Sui An get the brother Lau to come in. Then 自己来的。The Buddha Rupang also 自己来 everything 自己来，我什么都没有做。那 Kayamita 也是全部自己来的。That's why you look at how 那个 Dharma unfold and develop you also will learn a lot of things. You will be very amazed. All these people I don't know. And 没有理由会遇到，会来跟你学佛。会有这么多 Dharma session, then finally you helper spiritual trip. Actually, the last for most of them is after Subang Jaya one. Subang Jaya 是2008 onward. 2008 onward 大概是15年咯。But from 2004 19年了咯。Next year 就20年了。And yeah, very good. Even the Liu Zhu Hui Neng one was very good. The spiritual trip. The Fan Jing San one also was very good.
Fan Jing San is the one I clear all my thing. Oh my God.
Yeah. So, in fact, a lot of our spiritual trip, Puto San one also very good.
Puto San, Actually, 当主任就讲你一定要去普陀山。
为
什么？我心里面都不知道为什么。
因为 a lot of Kayamita 跟观世音有缘。很有缘。
本来就以前我们很多 trip 很 wonderful.
Yeah, very wonderful. Even 你的峨眉山的也是一样哇，很那个很什么 special。
峨眉山好玩。因为我去九寨沟。
Yeah, 九寨沟so.
Yeah,
a lot of things happened during the trip. 蛮远也不错。
Last time when I first joined Brother Teoh, when I hear your Dharma, I don't know because I was so engrossed with work.
Yeah.
I did say to myself, how can I apply that?
Yeah.
Impossible to apply myself.
At that time.
Impossible. But during the MCO, lucky also because not so tired already. No need to travel. Then I started to apply and I find it can.
Applicable. Then a lot of your colleagues all become different.
Really different. Even not only my colleague, the whole family.
Yeah. Your family also, yeah.
No, I mean at family, yes. The bank.
The bank also different.
Different
The
thing.
people relationship with you. Yeah.
They,
That's why when you apply the Dharma to live life, 真的不一样啊。
你的周边你的磁场全部不一样的。
No, because they can feel you one, and they know you are different already. That is the most amazing thing about Dharma.
我学这个是，我感觉到很 blessed 了。因为以前我每天早上我都起来煮早餐给他们嘛，然后做 pancake 又做什么，每天做不一样的早餐，煮 for them。现在渐渐的全部是我的媳妇在做了。
傻掉。
每天早上起来
Esther 啦，she very good 啦。
对，我好像今天没有面包，她学我一样去 online 找。
傻掉。
So happy inside.
Because
example 我们做一个。
Sometimes it's for you to learn on. In the early day also, I say I want to find out whether all this is based on 人家迷信还是什么。比如有些 number 他们不喜欢，because they think it's bad luck or something Then that time I think my daughter just born 1980 Then I want to test. So 我是了解了的 that time 我有那个 Dharma understanding but I have not really gone through the cessation in 89 But 1980 I already knew what the thing is. So I don't believe in all these things. Then when I say I want to test, so happened my wife bed 13 I said never mind 13 Then after that the birth cert of my daughter 谁唔生I laugh But nothing happened. So everything was very smooth sailing. She only paid $9 for my daughter's birth. We are government servant. Stay one night. That's why 很多东西很奇怪。Then later on, I remember I want to test certain thing. Really 好像 at least 这样他 strike 到。I just want to find out 有这样的事But 不可以用的，因为你知道那个是 against nature's law But I want to find out that's why 他让我知道嘛。他会 really let you strike
其实 Radio 我听你刚才讲的是，其实是当你的法怎样
对，
接回来的法
是咯，不一样的，
去 understand 那个法的违法
对，那个很重要
I think before 我们学习还是我们还没有学之前，我们都不懂得怎样的去 deal with 收获的放手
对，
安心
对，
这一切怎样的让那个法自己manifest
对，
就 let naturally 啦，
对，
它怎样的 natural， 不要每天就是讲有挂碍
对，
安心
worry
有什么，现在 suddenly 我好像 everything like 这样，就是说你不是不管，而是你把你自己抽出来，
对，
让那个Dharma
it become natural，
naturally 出来，然后你该做什么你就做，就是这样子。
对。
那个我 suddenly 以前不是这样的很。
That's why ultimately is 佛法自然
对，自然。
那个 nature's movement is a very natural what they call 它是很奥妙的一种 movement 来的。So 佛法自然的意思就是is a very natural way of manifesting So you don't resist, you don't have any negativity then you realize everything go your way Always remember, whenever something goes wrong or not according to the normal principle that living being wanted means you sense there is problem already Okay? First thing first, don't get angry. don't become unhappy. Don't go and do all the stupid thing, like think negatively and blame people say negative thing How can they do this? Why these people so unreasonable? Forget about it. The moment you come out with all this type of negativity, the Dharma is such, it will have its repercussion. It will hit back on, and you become kena gao. Everything you go, you try to handle, all cannot jadi. Because your heart is already 不松了，没有那个法了。你有了那个法的时候you will just look at it and you will just smile. Thing is just the way it is, accept first. Accept means what? At peace. At peace means no more agitation, no more unhappiness, no more reaction of mind and all those things. So I used to share this same thing to my son also. I say, don't get angry, don't become unhappy. Develop the understand it, then resolve it amicably. Finish. So when you resolve it amicably, following the Dhamma way, is to apply the Noble Eightfold Path. Right view, to accept the reality. Then from there, right speech, right action, followed by right thought. Develop the wholesomeness of thought. Then the appropriate way to deliver the speech, the communication channel. Then say things that are favorable, that can bring about good result. Not to like hurt people, be sarcastic, be negative. Avoid all those things. Then 他自己 fall into place. Then it become like very easily to settle. Then everybody like friendly to you. One thing advantage for us is as we age, they actually like to help you. Uncle, okay ka? Ada lagi apa dah? I said, tak ada. Terima kasih banyak. I said, ya, you give them joy, You make them feel happy. Because most of the time they face with customer, they got problem. Then seldom do they have a customer that actually say kind words to them and respect them and say good words that make them like got joy. Terima kasih. Then a lot of situation you have to look. Sometimes the staff there moody is because not because of you, it's because they have their own problem. Either family problem or that they kena screw by the boss or what, or the colleague. So you have to understand them. So when you approach them, you must look at them. Then sometimes you see they are okay, nothing, say apa khabar. Then Cik boleh tolong tak? Then they will be very happy. Uncle, ada apakah? Say. Then after that you request, ada sikit masalah. Then you explain. Tak apa. I bantu you. Straight away take the thing and he handle for you. Or he get you the number. Say, you tunggu sana. Itu counter bila nombor kau. They will rujuk to you. The way you approach, that's why I say to Han, is your approach is very important. If your approach is with negativity, no Dhamma, you sure 完人啊， you sure 完人。is 你的心态你的为人the way you approach a situation, your character, your personality, all this one is very important. This is what Noble Eightfold Path is all about. You don't have proper understanding of the situation, you are not sensitive, you don't have gentleness, you don't have the pleasantness of speech and action and the way you do things. In this world, very difficult for you to actually get things through. You want to get things through, you have to have good communication skill and what they call approach. Right approach. 心态your personality.
我会想，如果我今天可以让一个人很开心，
that one is very important.
我自己亏本一点。
Yeah, no problem. If you can give joy you can give understanding, then people benefit one, then you feel very good.
因为以前我不懂，人家讲if you can make people happy, you are more happy.
Yeah. 那个法喜心啊，很不一样的，
开心就好，开心就好，我全身就来了。
It's like 你可以覺得你可以幾開心，佢好開心喎！今日佢嘅日子覺得好開心喎，又好開心喎。
So a lot of things like related one affinity meant to be.
知道了，第一次我去无冰精舍，我一进去吧，哇，怎么我整身发抖？一直抖，我也不懂我，又没有人赶我，又不敢出声。然后后来每一次我去跟博彦长老，
他那边的 Deva very strong, the non-human.
这样我每次有。
No, the whole area.
好多人，好似教你嘢咯。師傅啊，每次我去，他都會 assist 嚟。那個 then after 我上你的 class，那個 answer 全部出來。
Yeah. 那邊的 nature 啊 ，every time 我去弘法的時候 ，it's like they are up there listening and they rejoice the lightning 的彈了幾多次啊，哎呦 ，then a lot of things happen 嚟的，then 有一次啊，until the whole ELCB blow and the nature 呢，很奇怪的。有一次 when I go and deliver that one I think there was a transcript book on that. PG 來載我嘛，我記得。So before that 哇，要下大雨了，都等我們上車，哇，一上車，起大那個雨 ，like cannot stop already one。一到無邊精舍suddenly stop 到完。然後我們進去。一進去又在砰很大 full of joy then only I realize that topic where we supposed to deliver was a very important topic the final chapter 它的 instruction they all waiting for that teaching 起包袱全部有这回事的，
去有一次，你记得你来我家吗？
我
的师讲，怎么这样奇怪的？他从他家出来这一段下雨
the other side 没有
去到你的家
没有下雨没有下雨。
我的老師要來呀，不會下雨的，真的是你落雨，就差唔多到你屋企冇落雨，
冇落雨咗，
淨係呢一橛咗佢個。
That's why a lot of natures, they call it natural phenomena, nature's phenomena. You cannot understand because the cultivator's nature is different. When they come, they manifest. Even the non-humans up there, the Deva, the Dharma protector, their behavior very different. Very different. 以前阿詹延tra 去那个 Breakfield， 你真的不相信。I drove them so it was at night I remember 8 o'clock supposed to start. So 他很奇怪他到 Breakfield 的門他叫他徒弟他們全部下我的 van Then he told me, Teoh, come, we go. Ask me to 載他去one round 去 the other side. Then 他說 you wait for me. 他下來 I think 他 communicate with those being up there. Then after that 他就 after 10 minutes or what 他進來我的時候 Okay, now we can go. 就他們全部在上面等他 You know what happened? He walked in I parked the van inside then pay respect to Chief Reverend Then after that together want to enter the shrine hall. A lot of people, the whole temple full. At the moment he stepped feet on the shrine hall, the lightning with the whole thing onto that shrine hall there but 没有 strike 到 anything， 巨大声啊。Then 他 walk a few steps， 他一进去啊 ，the downpour 啊，嘿呦 ，the whole area like full of very heavy shower and rain. Then he pay respect. After that, he did some the usual chanting. After that, 停到完 ，then 出来 ，then invite 他进来，弘法 Dhamma talk. Whole day weather very beautiful. A lot of people witness that event, 1989. A lot of things. Then you can feel one up there. Wow, the joy, the Dhamma protector, oh, the Deva 几多在上面。Oh, and that lightning 就好像在无冰寺我们听到的哇几大声啊，很大。So a lot of these things then 以前 I remember wherever new places they invite me to give Dhamma talk 那天一定下大雨的。When I started with the Kana there, the Vipassana, Ayunchai invite me 在那边也很多次。Every time when I want to deliver certain topic, especially the 5 aggregate of form and mind, the first noble truth, 3 turning, 哇，那个 thunder, 那个 rain, after finish, stop 到完。A lot of things happen at that time. They know one up there. They got their own way of communication and all things. 但好像我们人间 society 的人哇，你有那个 notice in the temple which monk famous monk coming everybody read all come and wait already. Then they all before we go like our spiritual trip they already transfer the message over already. That's why when we go there a lot of things happen there in the spiritual trip in China, in Thailand a lot of things. Then somehow they have their own joy up there and they really wait for you to
2011 I was with you in a spiritual trip to Thailand, not East Thailand. You were not mistaken, but it's long for Ben He say before you keep.
Yeah lah, that day. No, not only that, he feel very funny. He knew.
Somebody is coming.
He knew. That's why he saw us He said no wonder. Very later he explained inside there
He said a special being coming.
Yeah, otherwise cannot be, the weather cannot be like that one, he said. 他就觉得奇怪了。How come? Then for the first time he invite us devotee all up there. Normally it's meant for monk one to have the. Then he took photo with us that was the most siao one. Very difficult to take photo with them one
They say he's an Arahant.
He is the next in line to be very famous in Thailand. Long Po Ben. And he like our group. He like
so much, and then he go why you all haven't come reading.
Yeah.
The weather becomes so clear. Then he sends
No, that night, middle of the night, because we all early morning go for dana. But he can sense that the nature that night become very still, very tranquil. Means something is happening, but he doesn't know what is it. Then when he saw us at the Pindapat, because normally Pindapat not many people, but we all that bus about 40 of us. So extra 40 抬得出嘅. Then he asked, where are you all from? Then we asked Mosi to translate from Malaysia or those things. Then he start to later on share with us, tell you, you're full of joy. You're full of joy. You're full of joy. That's why a lot of these things happen. A lot of people don't know it. But for us, we can feel, we know. When I was there, I can feel the environment all very different. I said, this temple is a very good temple. I told Cindy, not only very calm, very still, I said, it's a very good temple. I said, the nature very different. Then a lot of non-human up there. That's why a lot of these places on our spiritual trip, when we go, they will know. Last time I told you Mahaboa, the driver already told us. I said, cannot meet one. He said, your appointment also don't have. He said, some more you go there at 7 something to 8 p.m. He said, all the monk all rehat already. He said, rest already. He said, I said, never mind, go. Then on the way, I read it, metta. Then I send all the pure wish. Then I just recite, we are, I didn't use the word cultivator, we are Buddhist devotee from Malaysia, and we really wants to pay respect to Ajahn Mahabowa and visit him and make offerings and all things. So if there is causes and conditions, please allow us to. So I read it. Then by the time we reach there, pitch dark, the whole thing. Then the driver again exceeded. I told you already, he said. So the door all go lock up, nobody, pitch dark. Then immediately after he said, I saw a light behind us. The 4-wheel drive just came back to the monastery. Then I say, wait. Then I saw a monk inside. I straight away approached the monk and talked to the monk. Because the way I explained, the monk can feel one. He know this one cultivator. Then he said, you got appointment or not? I said, don't have. But that very difficult, is it? He said, Long Da Mahabowa don't simply see people one. Then I say, do us a favor. I say, we from Malaysia, we came all the way. So just help. I said, can means can, cannot also never mind. We go. Then he said, okay I will pass the message. But I don't think so. I say, I cannot do anything. I say, because it's beyond him. He said, depend on Long Da Mahabowa. So he went in. Wow! Within 2-3 minutes, he came out like jump with joy. He said, Long Da Mahabowa say can. He said, can come in. But they got 2 dogs in the temple. There was one driver's friend, very greedy one. He want to tiok us one because we are foreigner. He teach him, he thought we don't know Thai, we know a bit of Thai. So he tell the fellow, he say, everything charge. He said, this one all Malaysian charge. So he thought we don't know. Then you know what happened? We went in. The 2 dogs, after this fellow, stop him from coming in. Bark at him, chase him all around. He cannot come in. Until the driver also disbelieved. The driver after that, he came out, he told me one. He said, Mr. Teoh, your group, he said, very, very special. He said, I have been a driver for the last 20 years. I want to meet all these great monks. I can never even meet. I said, come closer. You have personal invitation, take photo with him. When I came back, I said, I took photo with you. Pearly, wave, don't believe. He said, you show me the photo. That's why a lot. He said, yes, he can sense now. He know that day he must have from the devas or what or he can sense my pure wish or what, I don't know.
Within this arahat, their mental state is a byproduct.
No. Like Long Po Ben, they can see condition also. They can sense something is like today, like auspicious. Otherwise, the weather cannot be like that one. Otherwise, thing cannot be like that one. That's why all these signs, my nature also can see. I also know one. And I know they meant to be some great beings around or their nature around. So you can know one. So, 他很奇怪. Then he full of joy. He not only invite us in. Normally you will go to the shrine there, you pay respect, you make offering. 就冇咗㗎啦嘛. That night, he invite us to his kuti. What yam cha? The place he sleep, he meditate. He talk to us there, you're full of joy, he talk in Thai and through the interpretation. Then he bought 2 boxes of tape, his original one, he offered it to me. He said, go back and listen. all in
Thai or
all in Thai. But I know this what 他跟我很 close 的时候 so 很奇怪他就 know one doctor also Thai lecturer 来的，懂 Thai 的。所以那个时候啊，一个 Praku 啊，他是龙婆田的不是龙婆田，阿占德龙婆田那个90 years old also very famous monk， 他的 nephew 来的。所以有一个 trip 啊，他带我们去 meet 他 in person 哦。That time he very old, very sick already. He don't meet people one, but because of him, we get to meet him. That's why all those devotees, all these jokers from Malaysia, how come they got so special privilege to go in to see him at his residence? No, and his inner chamber and all things. They also cannot understand. Then I met the 2 Malaysian girls from Wisdom Society also have retreat there. They all follow the Burmese one last time. And they were told by their master to progress further you have to go Thailand. He said they cannot teach her already. That's why they were there. And I also met 2 more lay people. One of them is Mr. Wee. The wife is the UH nurse one. They're still very old couple. So they also have a lot of faith. So this doctor that teach in the university lecture, he Thai very good. So we all also got Dhamma session. At that time we know this Praku, and I think our second last teacher we used to attend class. So learn Thai from her and ask her to explain and all things. So at that time a lot of things meant to be one just happened. And towards the Jambi. Towards the end, the driver turned out. You know what he told us? He said, Mr. Teoh, I dare not collect any van. You agree already, the charger. But agree already. 7 days supposed to be 7,000. He said he don't want to collect. He said all free. He said he had been 20 years. He said never before. He said he met with so many monks. So many famous monks that. She really got a shock of his life. He invited us last day. I said, please, he said, stay at my house. So we all finally agree. We all can also save one night hotel bill in Bangkok. So we all stay at the house. Wow, he provided us with a lot of hospitality. He full of joy. He also whole day cannot sleep. He never had the opportunity to meet up with so many famous monks and good monks. And that trip we met up with almost all. That's why a lot of these things nobody can understand and believe what is going on. Just lay people from Malaysia like that. And all the affinity meant to be and all these are very famous monks along Potit. How to go and meet him? That time he 90 years old already.
You know, my sister also told me, wow, today I'm so happy I met up with them too. Because I seldom have the permission to meet up because I go every Tuesday class, but not me.
Yeah, actually.
She told me, very joyous, very happy occasion. Because we all every Tuesday night, she's not because she's away.
She can't make it now.
But initially, before she connect, I asked her, I want to come to Tuesday night. Before that, I was going to more day. Because she had other things on.
But the last trip she managed to make it. The last trip she attended one of the sessions. That's why a lot of things meant to be.
I seldom got a chance to meet up with my teacher. I said you come back more often now. I said she usually said this to me. No, let's go for teacher. People say, I am not looking for any teacher. When I go to Brahma Vihara, she tell me, don't do any other meditation. I said I already do Anapana. Then don't do any other. Do only awareness based. Keep on reminding me. I said, don't
Yeah, awareness based. Yeah.
I only do this and nothing else. So you have to remind me, like, don't do any other thing.
Because the first hallmark of Huining very important. The no thought stage is your awareness nature. That is to realize your true mind, your silent mind. Without that, you cannot progress.
We understand two mind.
Yeah, never in their teaching.
Only got only the mind.
Vijnanang. Yeah.
Only she went to the temple, she went with this nun. Nun was talking about reading, she's so happy. She's very happy.
Very very hard to combine actually, brother.
Yeah, 这种 teaching 很难找的。
Actually, many years back, actually 我刚刚 join Brother 的时候，那时候听很多 Brother 的法很法喜的嘛，所以我就跟一个法鼓山的一个actually 他是我的师的上子，我就跟他讲，我的 cultivation， 我去看什么，他讲哇你很 lucky 你一出来就遇到正法，
呀，正法呀 ，correct。
然后 only strike me 哇。
正法
What is 正法?
The true Dharma. Actually, this type of understanding and teaching very difficult to combine. It is totally like opposite of what the Buddhist community learn on, especially the Theravada tradition. And even the Mahayana, they don't understand Huining's teaching one. No, not many, very few. Because you go to Mahayana, they also nian for only, and they cannot explain to you why you nian for. They will say Pure Land very good. You must go into Jingtu and all those things. Then of course they very proud to share with you all the 无量易经无量寿经then 楞严经心经
Sometimes I share with some of your quote. Say pastor so say like that. That means her Amitabha, the Dharma, also very close to Mahayana.
Yeah.
She was telling me,
It's actually is Mahayana. The Jingtu they break it out into Pure Land. So the Jingtu is under Amitabha. So Amitabha's teaching is basically also called the Pure Land teaching, which is basically the Sakyamuni Buddha's essential Dhamma. Except the way they teach is different from the traditional Theravada structure. Theravada is the sainthood way. So their structure is to teach you the initial wisdom leading to the stability of it, then the third turning, final awakening, the penetration.
What I learned from you say is very similar to Jigong Faster's teaching.
Correct. That one is the later teaching. What I'm trying to explain to you is...
The core teaching is there.
No, not only that. The Sakyamuni's way is the wisdom way, understand? Wisdom way, he teach you the three phases of Dhamma. Parayati, Patipatti, then Pativeda. So, the learning of the teaching, putting into practice, which is the meditative, then the awakening, living the life of an enlightened being, is the third phase. So, his teaching is follow this essential Dhamma approach on. Because this one, wisdom way, is supposed to be easy for normal people to grasp, then progress. But you will only go through the sainthood way, have a glimpse of enlightenment, then stabilizing that one to become Anagami and Arahanta. So this approach is developing initial wisdom, accumulating in the what they call Yoniso Manasikara, the contemplative wisdom. Then from there meditate through the third turning to insight into phenomena to realize cessation. So that one is wisdom way. That one will produce a lot of sainthood way. Then the Bodhisattva way, Sakyamuni didn't share. Whereas this Amitabha, he is through the faith one. So he through the faith one, not the wisdom way one. His approach is different one. He teach you chanting first. Amitofo, Amitofo, Amitofo. You keep on chanting, your spiritual faculty, the faith in the Buddha and his teaching will become very stable. Then when that one becomes very stable, it will drive you to cultivate the virya. Then everything you do, every word, every chant is like the awareness and the chanting as one, until no one is chanting. Then you develop not only faith, saddha, virya, you develop sati. The sati stabilize until samadhi. Then during your daily routine, all your chanting, lao for whatever, you will start to see the Dhamma. You will start to see things as they are. So their Dhamma is, the approach is without the essential Dhamma one, but directly into life one. That's why their Wu Liang Shou Jing, they teach you these two very important one. To understand and see clearly, 烦恼障, 所知障. These two. The 所知障 is to see the memory. Acting according to memory is not acting at all. Just 所知. Everything you come to know is knowledge. So knowledge bind, like Sakyamuni Buddha also got teach. So 所知障, everything you know bind and prevent you from understanding. But you're not supposed to know. You're supposed to be aware only. Then the knowing will arise through the direct seeing and the awakening. So it's the opposite. Whereas you go through the thought base, 所知障, you learn a lot of Dhamma, like scholarly, like you say that monk or that nun, don't go and believe. Say your sister last night go through the scholarly way, forget about it. Because scholarly way of cultivation cannot meet my Dhamma one, cannot understand my Dhamma one. So not possible one. So what is important is your affinity with Triple Gem and who you have affinity with. So your sister have affinity with my nature before, otherwise you cannot meet me like that one. And this right in Singapore also have the affinity condition to take me out, and but this has been something she has done before in the past. Otherwise she cannot have this type of affinity. So 所知障 is already about the coming on, about acting according to memory on. Then 烦恼障, when you have fear, worry, anxiety, your mind becomes restless. You worry, 烦恼障. So all these are karmic obstruction that will obstruct you from realizing your true mind. Means your inner peace, inner calmness, and inner awareness nature. Because all these 烦恼, worry, fear, worry, anxiety, sorrow, and lamentation, these are mental hindrance. Understand? The 5 mental hindrance. So this one is like 五盖, 盖住你的自信. You cannot free on, you cannot see it. Then you cannot in the meditative state. That's why you cannot cultivate. So to cultivate through the faith way is to develop the spiritual faculty, to awaken. To develop the spiritual faculty is like our awareness based meditation is the same. Awareness based meditation means you must have the faith first, saddha, virya in the Buddha and his teaching. Then you develop awareness, which is sati, the third spiritual faculty. Then when sati stabilizes, it becomes samadhi. Then you can see things as they are. It is exactly the same. But this is wisdom way. Understand or not? Whereas that chanting one, until the awareness and the chanting become one, they stabilize that chanting awareness nature until it is one with everything, the oneness nature. Then everything that they come into the sense experience while living life, while doing the lao for la, 禅气 la, the temple the routine, everything, even 煮菜, like the day-to-day 的生活的activity, even answering nature, everything is Dhamma one, no. Because you have mindfulness already. That's why they hold on to the Amitabha. So the spiritual faculty. So with that, they will awaken one. They will understand one. So their approach is through faith, develop the spiritual faculty. Then the meditation is no more like what we do under the Mahayana or Theravada, where they teach you how to develop Anapanasati with mindfulness on the in and out breath. So our awareness nature is Hui Neng one, cut short all the thought base, no need to do, then straight away go to the nature. Then theirs, they don't teach you how to use that nature to meditate on. Theirs is they teach you how to develop this spiritual faculty to actually realize the truth while living life. While living life means 生活世间法. That's why you see what in 世间法? 烦恼障, 所知障. This is 世间法嘛. So when you see this, you awaken to it, you will not think. You will not act according to memory anymore. Then the 烦恼障 also same. When you are able to free all your fear, worry and anxiety, you know it's something that block you. These are all wrong thoughts that give rise to the mental hindrance. Then why you go and think? Understand? Why you go and arise them? So when you have spiritual faculty, all this cease. When all this cease, your sati and samadhi can reveal to you the direct seeing. Then you start to understand how you function as a human being. The 十二因缘法 all start to come out. Then you start to see how avijja pacaya sankara, sankara pacaya vijnana, all this movement, 十二因缘法, all you start to see. You're supposed to awaken. So the teaching is the same, but the approach is from faith go in. The other one is essential Dhamma, cultivate slowly, same way. Then the other one is Hui Neng, cut short all the thought base, straight away go into that. Like that night I draw the fourth circle back to the second circle, take you back to the awareness, the stage. The first thing that come out from your true mind, that is the one you must realize. Then from there, all the creation start. So you don't come back to here, you cannot see all this one. So all the training is the same one, whether you understand or not. When you don't understand, like you got a lot of story, but she told me like that, your teaching similar. We have all these are knowledge, appear similar, but the whole understanding is different. Jing Kong Fa Shi teach one is quite different, but he quote the Sutta, the Maya Sutta. So if they read at the word, he find a lot of similarity. Kong, emptiness. So a lot of things is not what it appear to be. What people say is not important one.
我的 cultivation 也是从念佛开始。
对，因为你前世是诵经的嘛，你是诵经的嘛，
所以我也是诵很多经的。我觉得，因为我一诵我就好像很熟悉。
对。
但是我很多的 experience 以前我都有分享过，它是不念而念的。
对。
就是它在里面一直。
因为你的那个愿力你出这个什么地藏王的那个 vow very strong inside there, very strong. So that one actually 开你的 nature Then when 这个开的时候你一念佛的时候它就 actually evolve the causes and conditions for this to actually come out again to develop the ability. That's why you can locate the gateway So without all this condition established from your past and now you cannot go to the gateway so fast one. 你跟波经 quite fast actually.
因为这一个 training
whatever arise is part of the way. Don't go and reason. Don't go. 为什么还会这样？为什么还会这样？为什么以前 all this is still from the thought. So whatever that arise happen is part of the way. If part of the way, I accept. Then I continue. I develop the understanding. And then later on, towards the later part, where you fully understand 的时候 when you locate that gateway 的时候 all the question become self-answered 你自己会了解的嘿原来是这样 then like 破清了 they will realize everything I share one the stages before they come to that one exactly what unfold inside their meditation and understanding they can understand what I say it's because it's from that silent mind 出来的东西 and 他的 faith is so they are like so full of like they 好像不会好像very curious mind 还是 it's like they are very 没有东西 disturb them 没有 conditioning 没有这个 question 那个 question because clean slate 嘛 have faith listen attentively understand do then everything fall into place so 没事因为你们 exposed to 太多那些 cultivation then 你 everything 你要 reason 你要 understand 你要 to develop the clear understanding later on to share to teach so all this is still from that thought 回来的so that one is not the direct seeing awakening one 重要的是 whatever that arise is part of the way 就不会去想不会去 reason 了then 你 just 接受 the way is like that one. Cultivation is like that one. I only need to understand why like that, why like that, why like that. And then that understanding, that experience will keep on stabilizing. Stabilizing until when you no more of those doubt, then 它又再 move again. 它又再 move. Then when it move, this time the gateway there is very different. 它自己 melt inside. 它自己找到的。它自己，你以前是 activate 了then 让你 go through that one. That's why 你 suddenly like break free that Dharma door to like a lot of the teaching you can understand then 现在你的 consciousness 也 become more refined then develop more understanding because through constant listening to the Dharma so 你能够了解 deeper and deeper but all this still depend on your consciousness awareness 的 nature 的 consciousness 这个 movement 跟那个 wisdom must go hand in hand 不可以一个太快一个太慢otherwise your wisdom reach that level which is ahead of your awareness so this awareness has to catch up but when this awareness catch up this wisdom will move also so 你就是要去了解这个then let it happen then 它两个一起走了then I realize the consciousness once you go through 这个一跑before I met the last guide or the last teacher 我已经有那个 Dharma 了我的 wisdom was ahead of my awareness then when he opened the gateway for me to detect he just activate it actually 不是 open activate it because his hand was 2 inches away. The moment it activate I can detect it already then I already know how to relax aware then silent everything so I continue to relax and then I realize all my energy yin yang melt inside there and it becomes so soothing so soothing then it becomes pure energy then it starts to move inside it starts to activate inside everything transforms. That's why after that 9 months later my mundane mind collapsed because the vibration become too fine the wisdom all become very fine then when it collapsed my nature shine forth like the supra mundane mind like that because that one is a pure awareness nature that one shine forth that one is a new mind they call it the supra mundane mind but like no mind inside there very fine very smooth like no resistance like all the thinking movement are like they call it the arupa thought formless thought no image nothing everything is like very fine inside there so 那个现出来的时候you have to learn to use it to live life just like 慧能一出世的时候，就是 he was born without the Monday mind. That's why 他能够了解了。So that's why once that one come out, like the cloud all disperse, like I told you all, for so many days I was so amazed. How come last time nothing has changed? Last time cannot see, now all the characteristics, all of life, truth is everywhere in the midst of life. Why can't you see? For those who see, everywhere is like that. Everything is like that. All phenomena, whether physical, mental, or nature, they exhibit the same characteristic. Everything is there, one know. In a state of flux, exhibiting that characteristic. So, 没有那个 awareness nature inside that is so stable and so clear. You cannot see. That's why when you cannot see, you cannot really develop the higher wisdom and the awakening. That's why after that I continue to be amazed, to understand. That's why after that everything, the Mahayana book or whatever that come after 1989, I understand. The Sing Ching, everything I understand. Although I don't have chance to teach, but I understand. I hear truth, I understand. I hear truth, I understand. I don't need explanation. There's a Shenhua inside there, some of the English word wrong, I also know. But the Mandarin he speak is very good, the Dhamma is very good. So all this is what cultivation is. 它是这样的哦，很奇怪的哦。很 amazing 所以这个你回去 hopefully is recorded。今天的应该很好。